G'day, this is Peter Presnell and welcome to You, Me and the Framework, a guide to getting the most out of the Domino framework. Today's video is video 3 in the series, in which I'm going to explain the purpose of the property generator. Parts of this video include the use of Lotus Notes 8.5.1 at the time in which it was still in beta, so I'm obligated to remind you that IBM Lotus Notes Domino and Lotus Notes Traveler 8.5.1 is pre-release code and there are no guarantees from IBM that the functionality presented or discussed will be in the final shipping product. Those of you that do a lot of object-oriented programming will know that one of the rather tedious tasks with setting up your classes is creating all the properties. Usually these provide references to the fields contained in Notes documents. Here on the screen I've got a example directly from the Domino framework of the base Domino document class, and on the left you can see a list of the various properties that I've had to define. And then associated with the code. The code is fairly repetitive, and so the purpose of the property generator is actually to automate the task of producing these property statements in such a way that they're consistent in their structure, as well as implementing some of the best practices that I've learnt over time. To access the property generator, open the .domino framework database, and then under Developer Tools you should find an entry for Property Generator. This opens a screen which then provides access to the various parameters that can be used to customize the LotusScript code that's going to be generated by the property generator. First, we have the class property name. This is the name that you're going to assign to the property within the LotusScript class. In this case, we'll choose something like employee ID. That automatically fills out the rest and provides some sample code down there. Then that's assuming that the notes field name is actually the same as the property name. But in some cases this is not going to be the case. So let's just assume for the moment that the field name is actually called EMPNO. If I now tab out, you'll see that the code down below is again changed. I have the option to actually pick different field types. More often than not it's going to be a string, but you can select Boolean, integer, long, notes date time, notes name, single, string, and variant, and I will cover those in a little bit more detail later. The next parameter is allowing you to nominate whether or not you need both the get and the set. The final parameter that we provide you with is track changes. This is actually feature native to the .domino framework, and it inserts this line here, the I has changed equals true, and what that allows you to do is I has changed as a global variable, so therefore if you ever update any one of the properties in this class, then I has changed is going to be true, so you have a way of figuring out whether you've changed any of the properties. Okay, so the code is generated and you can simply copy and paste it, but as an added bonus what we've done is as the code is changing, it's actually copying it onto the clipboard, so it's now ready for us to paste inside our LotusScript editor. What I'd like to do now is show you how we can combine the powerful features of the new Eclipse LotusScript editor with the property generator to put together an entire class definition within a very short period of time. So to do this, I'm going to implement the Domino framework, and that I do by say include Domino. Now I'm going to define my class. And as I start to type, you'll see that a drop-down list of the custom classes that are contained within my Domino library are now displayed, so I can come down here and I can select Domino document. Now, here we've had a number of things happen. First of all, the documentation. I use the LotusScript.doc standard. I've automatically had a template of the class documentation appended down here, and then underneath I've also said that when I create a class I automatically want a constructor of this particular type, and so that code has also been brought in. The LotusScript editor also allows me to hover over the class name, and now what you can see down here is a list of all the properties and methods that are available in this particular class as a result of me extending the Domino document class. So I'm now ready to start adding my properties. The first one we're going to call employee ID, and we'll use a field name of empnum as we did previously, like that. Then I'll switch to Designer. Unfortunately, we still have some of these great Eclipse issues where Designer wants to still focus off with the Notes client. The second one we'll have is employee name. This will be a field, say full name. Now in this particular case I'm going to select Notes name as the field type, and then switch twice. Employee name comes in. I actually might want to also access full name as a string in addition to as a notes name, so I can create two separate properties that will allow me to process the field as either a notes name or as a string. That's one of the advantages of having properties with the same field name. And finally, let's just add employee phone number, and that can be a field called phone number as a string, and switch into Designer and paste. And there you have it, 4 properties created. You can go on and add a few more, and you can see how quickly we've now been able to generate a class. With the new editor, we've got the list of all the properties and methods showing on the left, so we can quickly navigate between them, which is an absolute wonderful gift that IBM have given us with this new editor. We can even hover over the variable types, and we get online help about that particular keyword. So we're wired in a way that we've never been wired before, and thanks to the property generator, I can't remember how many hours I've probably saved. It's certainly quite a few, and hopefully you'll find it a useful tool yourself. So please give it a try, and let me know if there's any ways it can be improved. In the future, we certainly have plans to look at providing properties for other languages such as JavaScript and maybe even Java. There will be more improvements, but for now it's for LotusScript, and with your new LotusScript editor you can be creating classes in a fraction of the time that it was probably taking you prior to Notes 8.5.1. The .Domino framework has a number of resources available to Notes developers. First of all, the .Domino framework is an OpenNTF project at www.openntf.org. Here you can download the latest version of the .Domino framework and any other resources, and it's also the ideal place for you to get involved if you have code that you wish to contribute, would like to become a member of the team, or have any other ideas you would like to contribute. We also have a community on www.bleedyellow.com. For those of you in the Notes community that have not yet found your way to Bleed Yellow, I would suggest this is a wonderful resource. You can register and set yourself up and gain access to the many great features of Lotus Connections, kindly provided by your friends at Lotus 911. I also have a blog that can be found at www.bleedyellow.com/blog/.domino, or you could find me through planetlocutus.org. We also have a website that's currently under development at www.dominoframework.com. The goal here is going to be to provide online access to the tools and the information contained within the framework. And finally, there is a wiki out there that will provide additional background information that's not covered by these videos, and you can access this through the Domino Framework website. Please, if you've got any contributions you'd like to make or ideas about what we're doing right or what we're doing wrong with this project, I'd certainly welcome your feedback. Thank you and have a great day.